Hello, my planner friends. It's Crystal with Happy to Plan. I'm going to be doing my weekly spread in my Happy Planner for October 17th through the 23rd. I decided I was going to use that card there that I got at the um, Dollar Tree, and I've got some great stickers I bought at the Michael's and Target, and a bunch of Post-its I want to try to use. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right in and get started. So the first thing I typically do is, if you've watched my plan with me's before, is I cut the paper. So I oftentimes like to use journal cards that I have a collection of in my plan with me's, because I feel like it gives it a different look than, just a plain piece of paper. And so I'm showing you here two different ways that I like to use these Project Life cards. Now, I do want to let you know they don't fill up the box completely. There is a little bit of tiny space on both sides. So I generally just cut it right in half, and that way when I line it up, it's got a little bit of a gap in between each side. But you'll see here in a minute how I fix that problem. All right, so then I just wanted to grab some additional orange paper. My colors this week are going to be orange, black, and kind of like that off-white color. And I generally do like to try to keep with a theme of having 3 colors to work with. It just makes it a little bit easier for me when I'm trying to pull out labels and things that match the color scheme for later on when I want to add stuff to my planner. All right, so I'm just cutting up some more paper here. I don't know exactly what color that is. And then I've got that Dollar Tree paper that had the sticker. It's a sticker paper. And what I did there was I cut the paper into vertically and horizontally, just to give it 2 different kind of looks. And then I always like to include at least one solid color in the color scheme, just to add in a little bit of extra space when I want to write later on in my planner. I have like a box that I can put, and I generally try to put the solid colors in like a space in a day that I feel like I'm probably going to have to write something down. Not that I don't use the pattern paper. I do still use that pattern paper. I still will have a label or 2 on that pattern paper. All right, so the next step is to get the layout done. Once I get the layout done, I'm going to adhere the paper to the calendar. And I do this in several different ways. So a lot of times I use a glue stick. Oftentimes I use tape runners. It just really kind of depends on what's handy. Those papers that I got at the Dollar Tree obviously have sticky backs, so those are nice because I can just stick them on. But like I was saying, it's really just determines what's there and handy. Oftentimes I like to use glue stick for kind of the lighter paper, and tape runners for the heavier paper that I'm using. So if it's like a cardstock, then I generally try to use an adherent tape. But honestly, just use my trusty glue gun. That's generally what I use, and I pull out because it's easy, and it does give you that flexibility to kind of move things around before it kind of sets. All right, so once I get everything glued down, I'm going to add definition to the columns by using just strips of washi tape here. So I have that washi tape. It's a orange glitter tape that I bought at the Target dollar spot. And unfortunately, when I put it on my cutter, it kind of lost some adherence onto it. So I'm just gluing it down with my glue stick, and it seems to be working fine. It's staying fine in my planner. So I just took a little glue stick and glued it down. All right, so I did it to both sides, and then I wanted to add some black washi to the bottom. And I found this kind of black washi. It looks kind of like a ribbon almost. And I found that at Tuesday Morning. It's one of the little bee designs, and it's been a while since I found that. But it's a funny story. I was at the Tuesday Morning with my sister once, and I told her a couple of days before that, I really wish I could find this washi again because I keep using it and I'm going to use it up. And she found it Tuesday Morning, and she's like, "Oh, here it is." And I have to say, I'm I'm going to take that washi from you. And she's like, oh, I can't buy it. I'm like, no. And I actually joking around said, I'm going to punch you in the face if you take that washi from me. I was totally 100% joking, but it's still kind of funny because it's one of those inside jokes that we always talk about. So anyway, now I'm going to go ahead and get my side panel down, and I thought I'd just do a little bit of a cute design here with those post-it notes. They're actually not even post-it notes, it's just a notepad. And I liked the black and the white, so I just decided to kind of cut them in half and put them kind of every other one down the page. And I will use those for lists and stuff later. All right, I did want to change out the dates color because the color was blue and it definitely did not go with my orange theme. So I had that journal card and it had the numbers on the back. It had like the numbers of the week or the month on the back. So I'm like, oh, this is perfect. I'll just cut this up and I'll use the numbers for that. So I just used some of that black washi tape again, and I like doing that too because it balances the top and the bottom. So that was good that I was able to get that washi tape down, and then I just adhered the numbers down, and it looks a lot better than the blue numbers. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and go into our favorite time of the program, sticker time. Okay, now generally what I do after I get sticker time done is I create my journal card. So like I said, I was going to use that greeting card that I bought at Dollar Tree, and I was just really inspired by the cute little picture, and I knew I wanted to do a witch vampire theme, and I also did a pirate theme in my first week. So again, I'm kind of going along with the costumes, like classic costumes. That's kind of what I've done for every week so far in October. So I decided I wanted to use that card, but then when I put it on the page, I was like, I really don't like the green because I didn't have a lot of green in the page. So I thought, you know, let me break it up by putting some, backing it with some of that orange paper. So I just got it cut down, and then I went ahead and got it adhered onto that piece of paper. And here I'm using my double-sided sticky tape that I bought at Daiso. Again, I probably could have used the glue stick, but I really like to use, when it's a harder cardstock, I like to use double-sided sticky tape. I do glue stick on the holes where the holes are, because I definitely want to get those adhered down, because oftentimes if you don't adhere those down good enough, it'll start peeling if you want to like move it. So I always try to get those adhered down. All right, so I'm just going to do some additional and decorating and embellishments. So it was one thing good about adding this backing to it. I was able to get some additional embellishments on there. So I had that cute little witch hat. It's actually kind of like a rubber witch hat. I got it out of my sister's stash. I stole it from her. She knows I stole it from her, but but I think it looks really super cute up there, and it adds a kind of a cute texture. All right, so I added some additional washi tape down at the bottom and just kind of did some layering there. And then I added those little jack-o'-lanterns with the little witch hat. I thought that was cute because it looks like it was on the lawn. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut up that paper for my journaling part of the journal cards. In the back, I always journal every week. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And that is where I'm going to also be adding my scripture here. Not sure if I show that to you right now or a little bit later, but I do add my scripture also to the back of the journal card. All right, so once I get all that cut out, I'm going to go ahead and get it hole punched. This is always the challenging part. I have to line it up, make sure it's all lined up because I don't want to punch it wrong. All right, so I got that lined up, and then I'm just going to get that adhered down on top of there. Now, I probably should not have adhered it down yet. I probably should have waited because there's so much bulk on the other side. It's going to be hard for me to write, but it's adhered down, so nothing I can do about it now. I did add a couple of little stickers to the back just to cover up some pattern that was on that back piece. All right, another quick paper clip, kind of similar to the one I did for my pirate theme. I had those buttons that I bought at the Dollar Tree, and I wanted to try to use as many as I can because I wanted to get my money's worth. So I just stuck a paper clip in there and glued it with some of that felt that I had cut down. And I used the one with the witch's cauldron, and I think that turned out really cute. I really like doing that. I think it's a simple way to add just a little bit of embellishment to the page. Right now I'm showing you that I added my scripture to the journal card, and it's Joshua 24:15. I thought that was appropriate because it says something about choosing to serve the Lord in this house, and the journal card has a little house on it. And, I think that it's a great scripture to just remind myself that I do choose to serve the Lord. So let's go ahead and get planning in my plan with me. I'm actually trying to do some actual planning in my plan with me's. So I have a foster family Christmas party that I'm planning for the first week of December. So I will be talking about that quite a bit during the next couple of weeks. And we do have a big meeting planned for the 2nd of November, and I need to make sure I send out an email. So I just put a little reminder to myself to do the email. I don't actually write that in, but it will be in the pictures. And then I did a little to-do list for myself. I've got some posts I need to work on and some editing I need to do for my YouTube channel. I wrote a little to-do list there on this side panel with that little post-it, and I put a little weight sticker at the top because one day this is my weigh-in for Weight Watchers, and I've got game night on Tuesday like normal. Let's see, what else am I going to do here? I think I'm also going to put a sticker on Wednesday reminding me to post my video for Thursday because I have a December daily project going on right now. If you're interested at all, I'll make sure I leave a card at the top so that you can click on my playlist there. I'm trying to post every Monday and Thursday until the 1st of December. And hopefully that works out and I get those done. So I'm just reminding myself to get those done. I'm going to do planner night again on Friday. So we do every other Friday at Michael's, and we do every other Thursday at Joanne's. So I'm really enjoying that and spending time with my planner friends. I can't always make it, but I try to. So I'd like to put it in my planner just in case I make it. And we generally go to dinner, so I just put one of those Mamby stickers that said dinner with friends. And that's all, guys. See you next time. Bye.